the chat room. Good night to the people of South Trelawny. Good night to you. We have the man who's going to lead South Trelawny to victory come 2025. A man who continues to fight for the poor class of the people of South Trelawny. Without further ado, let her welcome our guest, none other than Mr. Paul Patmore, caretaker for South Trelawny, the People's National Party caretaker for South Trelawny. Good night, Sir Patmore. Welcome to the Mekwita program.
Good night, good night. I greet you well from South Trelawny, my brother. I greet you well.
Indeed, I remember back in the days I used to come to South Trelawny, well, Trelawny on a whole, to get the nice yam and the yam. I won't call
yes,
it.
Man. Yes, yes.
Sir Patmore.
Yes.
Tell us who Paul Patmore is. In a little the nut of it. Tell us who Paul Patmore is.
All right. So my name is Paul Patmore. I was born and raised in Southern Trelawny. I attended the Lower All-Age School, now the Lower Primary School, and later attended Homewood Technical High School. After leaving Homewood, I went to work with my father at a hardware out in Christiana, because I'm a son of a dressmaker from South Trelawny and a businessman called Patmore from Christwood. I went to work with my father. He operated a hardware store in Christiana, and it was while at the hardware, I see a need for us to start a funeral business. So I started Patmore's Funeral Service, now Patmore's Funeral Home. We started just from a little. My father used to sell caskets at the hardware, and persons would take the caskets, put it in a truck back, and take it to the hospital to pick up bodies, and then bring it to their community and to the church in those days. So it was at that time that I see a need to start a business, and I get a pickup van and put on a little camper on it and start to charge people to drop the casket by the hospital and then take the body to the church. And that's how Patmore Funeral Home was started. So I've been, and so I go back into my community in Lower, set up a little building, and we start Patmore's Funeral Home. And that's what I've been doing for the past 20 odd years. And I've been there working with the community. I've taken part in every single community activity that you can think of. I always tell people that God have been preparing me to be member of parliament for the past 30 years, because I've been taking part in every single community with youth clubs.
Yeah. Before you get into the part about politics,
yes,
I want you to tell me then, and before we go into that, I see one of my good friends in the chat room asking me to ask you, well, she said to ask you, if she need a wedding dress. Your mother still does dressmaking?
Yes, my mother still the dressmaking. Yes, my mother still the dressmaking.
All right, G.I.
Yeah.
G.I., I know who you are. I wonder who you're not married to. Anyway, you can contact with me, and I get Mr. Patmore to make his mother make a dress for you. But were you the one who won the independent councillorship
Yes, I won as an independent councillor in 2012.
And you won
in that election, I won by getting 65% of the votes. The JLP got 30% and the PNP get 5%. That's how wide the margin was when I ran as an independent. Yes, so I served for 4 years, and I always boast that in my 4 years I've done more. I have more to show than a member of parliament that is there for over 18 years. Okay. There's no other MP in South Trelawny, otherwise from Bellin, I can tell you, Bellin-Fanti, down in the 70s, that can boast more than Paul Patmore, who was just a councillor in one division for 4 years. And that's why I come back now to the people, and I am asking them to give me a chance to represent them as member of parliament. And the people is saying yes.
I saw a live feed that I brought on this platform here, and also on the radio station and Mekwita channel, where you literally blocked the road in Trelawny when the member of parliament was passing through.
What happened, you know, the people, in truth and in fact, now, we and the police will have to work or something. So Trelawny have now become a place where if we can find a place to keep a meeting again. So even for nomination day in South Trelawny, the PNP maybe will have to divide their crowd into 4 because there's nowhere in South Trelawny that will be able to hold the PNP on nomination day whenever the next election is called.
Wow.
So yes. So we have right now we are in discussion with the police. Maybe I don't know how we will have to work out something. But we do our conference in Albertown Square, and the whole place, it was black. And on nomination day, the PNP was not contesting the election. But I just said to my people, come out, let us just come out and just show them that is not afraid of them. We are not contesting it. We are not contesting because of the principle of what is going on. And I tell you, we never bossing anybody. People just turn up.
Whoa.
Hundreds of people, thousands of people just turn up just to share with Paul Patmore. The party leader was over by Indian Town. And when he hear of what is happening over by Low River, they drive over. So Dayton Campbell and a few of them was over doing the by-election over in Indian Town. And when they hear about the crowd, they say they want to just come over and heal up the people over in South Trelawny. Yeah, man, but so we never take in anybody from outside. It was a South Trelawny crowd. And one thing I can tell you, if you know South Trelawny, from in the 70s, South Trelawny have more PNP than JLP. The problem that the PNP have is to get out their people. They were never motivated. I think we lost the election in 1980. So a man named Belinfanti was the MP for 2 terms. In 1980, when we have an island-wide sweep by the JLP, we lost that election. In 83, we did not contest that election in 83. But in 89, when they run back, they call the election and the PNP contest that election, the PNP win back the South Trelawny seat. It was between the 89 election. Now I think we lost footing. We never stay organized. I think we never do a good job holding the people together. And a lot of them pull along their head and this. And from that time, people seeing me now and tell me, say, Mr. Patmore, for 1980, me no vote. Me no vote for 89. Some of them say me no vote for in the 90s. But I can tell you, the people, they are pumped up and they are ready to support Paul Patmore and Mark Golding. It's the first time since the 80s I see people judging their orange shirt, start to wear their orange shirt on the road. People have on an orange band, excited. You never see that in South Trelawny for some 30 years. You never see man walk around in a South Trelawny with their orange band and orange shirt.
Yes.
I can tell you that the people of South Trelawny is now ready for Mark Golding to be leader.
Mr. Patmore, is it that the Jamaican people, not only in Trelawny alone, but when I have people on the ground in Jamaica.
Yes.
And by the way, my good friend Don Anderson gave a report a couple of days ago in the Gleaner, I think it was yesterday, that there is a crisis looming in the country.
Yes.
And the People's National Party is leading in the polls.
Yes.
I want to ask you this question though. I'm going to ask you something national. I want to ask you this question though. You said that the people of South Trelawny right now is all aisle up, geared up, ready to go.
Yes.
I believe that Jamaicans from Negril Point to Moran Point is all aisle up and ready to go. I think you remember the time when they said the old boss of the People's National Party, well, all ready to go?
Yes, yes, yes.
I think the new boss of the People's National Party is well and ready to go. You don't think that the young people in our country
yes.
Going on, they're ready to go now, sir?
I say it's the first time in a long time I see so much people. Anywhere you go in Jamaica, right? If you go in a shop, you walk in a shop and 10 persons is standing in a bar playing domino. I can tell you that 8 of them tell you that they are supporting the PNP. Yeah, right now I have persons saying, Mr. Patmore, I'm a Labourite, but I will be voting for the People's National Party whenever the next election is called. I think,
Mr. Patmore, if you had contested that by-election in South Trelawny against the former Speaker Marissa Dalrymple Philibert, would you have won?
yeah, I have no doubt that we would have won. All the polls, everything was showing that Paul Patmore would win. If the PNP was contesting that election, they would not call that the by-election. Yes, if the PNP was contesting it, they only take the chance to call it because they know that the PNP was not contesting the election. And they were very nervous. They were very nervous up to nomination day, because they were still wondering what if the PNP send in a candidate.
Whoa.
If they get a free run, they get a chance to run with themselves. They were only able to get 4,000 votes of 25,000. So we have over 25,000 on the voters list. But 4,000 persons come out and say, all right, we'll vote for them. But I'm still disappointed for the treatment that this MP have given for 18 years. I must tell you that as a citizen of South Trelawny, I'm extremely disappointed that 4,000 persons find it fit to go out and vote for Marissa Dalrymple. Every single day I tell them that I was born in South Trelawny, I never left. The worst thing that have ever happened to South Trelawny is Marissa Dalrymple. I would never say it's the JLP, but I can tell you, Marissa Dalrymple is the worst thing that have ever happened to South Trelawny.
Let me ask you this question though, Mr. Patmore.
Yes.
You said that Marissa Dalrymple, the former speaker, is the worst thing ever happened.
Never, ever happened. There's no other disaster. We have Hurricane Gilbert. Hurricane Gilbert come and leave us. When Hurricane Gilbert came, we have water running in South Trelawny. Larmas Division have water running on the road. People have house-to-house water.
Yes.
Ivan come and leave us with our water. Under the leadership of Marissa Dalrymple, not even the pump exists anymore. The dam, not even the dam is there. We have a catchment tank up in Larmas, and not even one single pipe is on it. I think that catchment tank up in Larmas, all they need to fix that pipe is less than around 20,000. They need a 20,000 a bung and to pay somebody to clean it out and start catch water. And that facility is out of service now for the past 7 years.
Hold on a minute for me. For those who are just joining us, welcome to the Make We Talk Current Affair program. My special guest is Paul Patmore, the People's National Party caretaker for South Trelawny. We're speaking about his childhood, growing up in South Trelawny. He's now entering representing politics. He's a councillor up there. He's speaking about Marissa Dalrymple. For those who are just joining us, remember to like, share, and subscribe. Share up this live feed to let people know that we're here talking to one of Jamaica's, or should I say one of Trelawny finest son of the soil, who continue to speak truth to power, who continue to speak for the people of South Trelawny. So Patmore.
Yes.
The question I want to ask you though, the amount of vote that Marissa Dalrymple got, and for her not to be doing anything in the constituency where people are lack of water, don't you think that the over 2,000 something votes she got is a lot of vote?
Yeah, yes, it's a lot of vote, and that's why that's one of the concern that I have now, because there's too much people in South Trelawny who's willing to take a 2,000 to go out and vote. There's too much people in South Trelawny who's willing to take 5,000 to go out and vote. So most of these persons that take that 2,000, the day after the election, they have to go out and buy a tank of water for $8,000. A 250-gallon tank of water. They buy that, they pay $8,000 for it. But these same persons were willing to take $2,000 to go out and vote.
So hold on for Mr. Patmore. You're saying to me that Trelawny has no water, in a sense?
I can tell you.
the dam not working or whatever, and the people are taking money just to go vote for Morrissey.
Yes.
And tomorrow morning they have no
And
water.
tomorrow morning they go buy, they take $2,000 or $5,000. And tomorrow they will have to buy water for $8,000. Just a small tank of water. And that is the sad part of what is happening. So we have a lot of work to do. And while Paul Patmore is looking good in South Trelawny, we know that the JLP know that they will come out with the money a day or two before the election. And there are still 4,000 people that will take the money. That is the sad part.
Some people say,
telling the people, don't vote for somebody that don't come to you and tell you what they're gonna do. I can tell you that the MP, you know, have never come to the people and tell them that they're gonna fix the road. Never. In her 18 years, she have never come to the people and say, I'm gonna give you a road, I'm gonna give you water. She have never made a promise. They come out and because they have a base. So Trelawny have a JLP base of around 5,000, 6,000.
Yeah.
And I know that any given day, they can get up to 6,000 votes without doing nothing. So put a rat out for run, and that rat can get 6,000 votes. That is South Trelawny.
About the infrastructure of South Trelawny now.
Yes.
What does South Trelawny is lack of? You said water is one of the main things.
Yes, and the roads. We have somebody in South Trelawny right now. We have some of the worst roads in the island.
Mm-hmm.
The worst roads. Persons used to mention St. Thomas as the backward constituency. Trelawny is the worst constituency right now in South Trelawny, in Jamaica. The worst. We have some roads. Maybe we can even start use them as tourist attraction, because you won't see them nowhere else in Jamaica. We can start inviting persons, say, come look on bad road. I see persons over in a Portland, some of the time I see them a black road. Me say, you don't know a bad road yet, man. Come over, take a trip over into South Trelawny. Come and take a trip. Just the other day, the government said they give each member of parliament $22 million to fix roads.
Mm-hmm.
I see they do a little patching over the Christmas weekend from Lina Parish to Waiterby, just maybe around 4 miles a road. Just around 4 miles.
Can something million help to patch road, help to fix roads in Trelawny?
Would need at least, I think would need close to $1 billion.
Whoa.
To fix the roads in Trelawny.
So let me ask you a question. The Troy Bridge that link Trelawny to some part of Manchester and St. Andrew, is that so? Yes, I think so, yes. Has that bridge been?
Yeah, they start doing some work on it. And I see they're clapping their hand and they're tapping themselves on the shoulder, because after some 4 years, they just set up a footbridge. They just set up a footbridge so that the students and teachers don't have to be walking down in the river.
So hold on for me, Mr. Patmore. It's not a Bailey bridge set up where things can drive over.
No, they set up a footbridge, and they are excited about it. After 4 years, they set up a footbridge.
Hold on, Mr. Patmore. You're saying to me that the Jamaican government only set up a footbridge for the people of Troy.
Yes.
To just walk over.
So you can cross the bridge. Anywhere. No. Still have to park. So you park your vehicle on the Manchester side and hold the bridge and come over on the Trelawny side.
And yet $3 trillion is unaccounted for.
Yes.
And the country is in $2.5 trillion debt.
Yes.
Trelawny and Manchester don't have a bridge. I see a bridge collapse in the Mr. Portland constituency last night too.
Okay, I never see that one.
Yes, collapse in his constituency.
Yeah, because this government, was busy trying to balance the books and pay off the debts. So all our schools run down, all our hospitals. As rain start fall, nurse have to have bucket sapping up water.
What about the health and education in your constituency? Let's go to education in your constituency.
Oh my, when it comes to health, health is bad. We don't have a hospital. There was a hospital in the 80s. It was locked down. Edward Siaga closed down that hospital, Ulster Spring Hospital. Close it down.
So where's the nearest hospital for you people?
The nearest hospital to us is Paulins or Falmouth. Both of them is 2 hours away. And with the condition of the roads now, you're looking at 3 hours. So if you're in an accident, if you're in having a heart attack or anything like that, it will take you 2 hours to reach to the closest hospital.
So let me ask you this question, Mr. Patmore. The one that the late Edward Siaga closed down.
Yes.
How far is that one?
No, that's in the Ulster Spring area. So it's central South Trelawny. So it will be perfect. It will be perfect for the people of South Trelawny.
Paul Patmore, you have everything cut out for you, man.
Yeah, man. No, you have to be brave, you know, especially for South Trelawny. You have to be brave to want to take over South Trelawny at this time. Because I can tell you, when I talk to the labor rights, and I say, yes, you have been voting for the same MP, Marissa Dalrymple, for 18 years. Just tell me one thing that Marissa Dalrymple have done for South Trelawny. Just show me something. Show me a road. Show me a water supply. The water supply that is in South Trelawny now, that we don't have, but the people still talking about Bell Infante. In the 70s, everything to do with water in South Trelawny now was done in the 70s. So none of the politicians that come after the 70s try to do anything to improve the water in South Trelawny. So you know that South Trelawny is the only constituency in Jamaica that does not have not even one working fire hydrant. What? Look at that basic thing like a fire hydrant. We don't have a fire station. The closest fire station is Christiana, Manchester, and Falmouth over in North Trelawny. Falmouth.
Paul Patmore, hold on for me. Hold on there. You are telling me tonight that South Trelawny don't have a fire station?
No.
Hold on. And the fire hydrants in the community are figures.
Yeah, we not even have. It's not even like so we have them because it's only up at a community named Brampton.
Yes.
They were doing some work on the road, so I think they lay some pipe, so you can see around. They put up around 3. But that is way down in the lower part of Clarkstown and that stretch from Clarkstown to Jacksontown. So they have 3, but it's not working because they get water. Those communities get water every 3 days. But I can tell you, over in Stewarttown now, Stewarttown and Jacksontown, since the by-election, they haven't gotten any water in. So even if they have a fire hydrant, so over 1 month now, no water go in the pipe. Even though I must tell you, during the by-election, from nomination day to election day, every single day this community get water. From Stewarttown straight to Clarkstown, they have running water in the pipe, in the house, for the 10 days between nomination and election day.
Hold on for me, Mr. Paul Patmore. Hold on for me, sir. You are saying to me that when they call the by-election, everybody has water in their pipe?
Every house have water in their pipe for the entire period of time. From nomination day until election day. 6 o'clock the morning after the election day, the water lock off until right now as we speak.
So the NWC is working with the MP then?
Well, I don't know what is happening. I don't know what is happening, but the people are so true. The people are down in lower, that's the Ulster Spring Division. They have no water. And that is just, at least them can get water. That's around 3 communities where we have around, I would say around 6 or 7 PDs. down that side. Larimer's division have not even 1 ounce of treated water for the people, the entire division. That division only have a water source that Paul Patmore set up when he was a councillor. But it's an untreated water source. We were fortunate to find a spring above the community, some 3,000 feet away. And Paul Patmore used his own funds. When community members used to ask every politician that come to get the water to them, they say it would take 40 million, some say 20 million. Paul Patmore used less than $200,000 worth of pipe to take the water from the spring to the community. Less than 200,000.
Hold on for Mr. Patmore. Because I like to talk to you because you taught something a while ago that I love to hear. You are saying to me that you use only 200,000 Jamaican dollars to get
to start the project. Yes, to get water to the people. Yeah.
While other people who came on both the PNP and the JLP, say it cost millions of dollars.
Millions, man.
You, Paul Patmore, only use $200,000.
Yes.
To ensure your people have water.
Yes, it was less than 200. Because we start off with some domestic pipes, inch and a half domestic pipe, 3,000 feet. And we set up there by the spring, make a little dam, and gravity feed the water into the community. Right now, that water source, we have 30 trucks come there and full water every single day and carry it to different communities over in Manchester, Lower Trelawny, St. Ann, Clarendon, as we speak. And that's the Paul Patmore water supply. When I became councillor, with the help of RADA, we spent another $2 million to put in some tanks and change out the pipes. Change out the pipes to some 3-inch pipes. Yeah, man, we spent another $2 million. And every single house in the Lower River area right now, Lower River community, have running water in their house free of cost through the Paul Patmore water supply.
So that water is a spring that you found?
Yes, it's a spring. It was always there.
So tell me something, Mr. Patmore. This is what I don't understand with these people, you know. How is it that you, a little councillor back in the days, I'm not disrespecting by saying a little councillor.
No, man. Yeah, you are right. You're so right.
A little councillor can find a spring and use your own funds because you know the need of water.
Yes.
To give to your people. And this member of parliament is in there for how many years now?
18 years.
18
and
years.
Before her, there was one member of parliament, JLP member of parliament, that was there for 5 years. So they get 23 years straight run. And I can tell you that nothing was done for the people of South Trelawny. One thing I can tell you, and I can give her credit for, and sometimes we have to give people credit if they deserve it. This member of parliament is good at distribution of scarce benefits and spoils. There's nobody that can do this better than her. Nobody. The distribution of scarce benefits and spoils. That's what she do.
That's the late Wilmot Perkins' words, you know.
Yes.
It will just spoils carry on by hostile tribe, perpetually.
Yeah, man. Yes. And because of that, I can tell you, it's on the street now that this by-election cost them $50 million in South Trelawny the other day. $50 million. They have to buy Liza, they buy plyboard, they give people money. People have to put on a green shirt after you go vote, you collect. If you don't have on your green shirt, you can't collect. That's how it was. So they spent over $50 million. And then only turn up with around 4,000 votes. And that's why I say the South Trelawny is right now for the PNP.
And they spend over $1 billion in St. Thomas.
Yes. Yeah.
Dear God.
Yeah.
Let's go back to the infrastructure of South Trelawny. That water supply that you set up there now.
Yes.
Still going. And the
still going after 12 years. It's still going. It's the best water project in Jamaica since that time. For the past 12 years, there's no better water project that we come up, you know, not even no government, not that even the government. I remember when we do that, I was an independent councillor, you know. Remember, I was up against Marissa Dalrymple as the MP, you know. The MP. We were up against the JLP Prime Minister.
Mm-hmm.
So you know, all the other councillors, everybody. But the good thing I must tell you is that we had a PNP mayor at the time, Garth Wilkinson, down by Falmouth. Mm-hmm. And he was very supportive of what I'm doing. So I get a lot of support.
So
I get a lot of support.
Right now,
from Garth Wilkinson.
Right now, that water supply, how is it?
Yeah.
How is it treated? Is it that the NWC go and treat it or what?
No, it's been treated as a private project, you know. It's a Paul Patmore project, so it's been treated that way. So when I become member of Parliament now, we're gonna put in some big tanks, and what we're gonna do there, we're gonna put in some big tanks and catch the water, and we're gonna pump it to a community called Lime Tree. Mm-hmm. And from Lime Tree now, we're gonna gravity feed it back down into Litchfield and those areas, Mendistown and those communities. Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. So it's a major project. It's gonna still be called the Paul Patmore project, but we're gonna use government funds now, so it have to be turned over to the government. Okay, the president member of Parliament decided she could have done it too, you know, but she decided that because it's a Paul Patmore project, she don't want to have nothing to do with it, even though it is serving all the people up in South Trelawny. The entire Limers division, Albertown division, some part of Warsaw, use the water from there.
She lives in the constituency?
If she live in there?
Yes.
No, she don't. She neither live nor work nor operate a business in the area.
So she don't live in the parish at all?
No, she live over in Senton.
Oh.
So they travel from Senton on the highway to Kingston in Parliament. So that is the reason why when we tell them about say boy the road bad, they don't know what we're talking about. They must say, "Oh, you know mean say road bad?" When we tell them say we don't have no water for bathe when evening come, they say, "Oh, you mean? Let me not just turn on my pipe and get water." Because where they are from, water running after them pipe every single day. So they don't know the pain where we go through. I operate a funeral home in the area, you know. Mm-hmm. So I have to make sure it's water in the area. So one of the main reasons why, so this thing is personal to me too, you know. I have my hearses. So if the road bad, these hearses, I go mash up. So I have to make sure, so we fix the road, we have to make sure. So it's a personal thing. So that's why I'm one of those persons that is saying politicians must come from our work, which part them are run.
Mm-hmm. So let me answer this question though. With the water, who treat the water people can get? Who treat it? What kind of treatment?
Right, presently it's not treated. But because there's a spring up in a forest, so that's why it's tested. But even now, the public health can't give it as 100% because it's not treated. So there's not so we treat it. So it's more like a irrigation water.
So but
it's no man, it's drinking water, man.
Hold on
Sweet, it's nice water, nice, light. If you wash with it, because no chlorine or anything, as you start wash, as you put the soap in it, it'll start sud. It's really light. May I ask anybody will come at Trelawny, just stop and drink. Take a drink of Patmore water.
So Mr. Patmore, I mean, you have it over 12 years, you know, you say you have it there.
Yes.
12 years. So is NWC nobody ever come down on you about it?
No.
No. Come to you and say, look here, it is not being treated, so you can't, you have this system doing it.
No. They just say public health, they check it every single month. The water is tested. The water is tested every single month. The spring is up in our forest. The spring is up in our forest, so there is no house or anything around it.
But
no house.
you catch you have a catchment part where the water go into.
Yes. So it's like a head. What we don't refer to as the river head then.
Yes.
So it's like a river head. So we just back it up and then so the water just and it's just pure gravity fed down. So we don't use a pump on it or anything. So, but we're gonna set up a treatment as soon as Paul Patmore become the member of parliament, which is not too long from now. We're gonna set up a treatment plant right on that water there in Lower River. So that's why I tell you that not even an ounce, the people at Alarmers Division don't even have an ounce of treated water. And that's why I'm saying to the people at South Trelawny, the type of Trelawny that I'll be running is a Trelawny that we're gonna carry if we cannot get what we want, a court we carry the government to. We'll be taking the government to court for the basic things that should be provided for the people, like what safe drinking water.
Health, education.
Yeah, man, safe drinking water. That's one of the things that we as a citizen, you're entitled to clean drinking water.
Yes.
And for some 50 odd years, the people at South Trelawny have not gotten that. That's why I tell the people, take 2,000 for vote and you don't have not even ounce of drinking water in your community. You take people up at Olive River, you take $2,000 for vote, but a garbage truck have never driven in your community for the past 100 years. A garbage truck have never driven in your community. People in private town, you take 2,000 for vote, but a garbage truck have never driven in your community. You have never have a pipe water in your community for 100 years. But you're satisfied by taking 2,000 for vote. A taxi decides they have to drop you out of the crossroad because the road too bad. You can't drop you over in your community, but you still choose to take 2,000 for vote. Something is wrong with my people in South Trelawny.
And the tri-bridge hasn't gone back up yet?
Yeah, man. But at the same time, in this by-election, they were able to pick up a lot of votes. They're still able to pick up a lot of votes. After 4 years, you have a representative that after 4 years, all you hear Mr. Warm, when they ask Mr. Warmington about that bridge, he asks if Tri-Bridge is the only bridge in Jamaica that want fix.
I like him, should mean.
But these people still choose to take 2,000 to go out and vote.
You know, Mr. Patmore might take an Everall Warmington. Mr. Warmington shouldn't sit in the Parliament of Jamaica at all.
No.
He should go home and sit down. He's one of the most disrespectful person I've ever met.
Yes.
So, Mr. Patmore.
Yeah.
You lay out a lot of things that is going on in South Trelawny.
Yes.
And the former Speaker of the House of Representatives, who has resigned as Speaker, resigned as a Member of Parliament, is now the Member of Parliament once more.
Yes.
They said for 18 years she has been there. She hasn't done anything for the 18 years.
No.
All right. When a Paul Patmore come the next election, and if a Paul Patmore should win that constituency, South Trelawny, tell me now, what is the plans you have for South Trelawny? Because based on what you're saying to me, South Trelawny is like an infrastructure. You don't have water. Fire hydrants, they don't have any water in there. They don't have any fire hydrants around the area. They don't have a fire station. The next fire station is in Christiana. And if some of the house are burned down, God help them because the road match up.
Yes.
Fire truck have not dance with the pothole and dance in a one. As what Pernell Chart says, not his hole, is hole.
Yes, yes.
So basically, you have to get at least maybe couple billion
yes.
Put back South Trelawny together.
Yes.
Or the entire Trelawny then.
Yes, that is one of the reasons why I say to my people, we're gonna need 10 years under the leadership of Paul Patmore. I'll begin for 10 years. So for this first year, I'm asking the people of South Trelawny to give me a chance. In the second term, I will not come to the people and ask them. The work that I do must speak for me. I want to start off with the road infrastructure. Roads. And not just the main roads, but because it's a farming community. Presently, our land is, the lands that we have, farmers have to drop yam sticks. So our main crop is yam. So we use up a lot of yam sticks. So farmers have to be carrying yam sticks on their head. Some of them even 4 miles through bush. So they have to pay persons. We want to look at setting up some agriculture roads. So we're going to focus on a lot of agriculture roads. We're going to cut up a lot of these roads in the farming communities. Yeah, man. Also, we're going to, and for the main roads, we're going to make sure so we fix and maintain the roads. Because every now and then we come and we fix roads, but we don't maintain them. So we're going to want to create for all our main roads, like what they call a lendman system, where we're going to pay persons by the month, so they get a monthly salary. So go through, weed up, make sure say all of the drains clean, keep clean. Like you say, one little patrol come out and you can patch it, you weed. Make sure say all the drains. So we're gonna have maybe around 6 or so lentmen right across South Trelawny, where we pay on a monthly basis to drive. They will ride around with them bike and then shovel, and we call them lentmen. So that's one of the things. But
you speak about the roads in South Trelawny, and I'll ask you this question. If the People's National Party should gain state power come 2025 and you become the member of parliament, can you promise the people of South Trelawny and this Make We Talk program here? Because you have a lot of people watching. I have a viewership of over 3-point-something million people from all over the place.
Yes.
Don't watch the 400 people sit by yourself. We have more than that watching whenever everything that people watching.
Yeah, man, they're on the outside. Yeah, right. I know.
Are you going to see to it that when you give the contract for roads to be fixed in your constituency, are you going to see to it, back in the days when you have the PWD, I don't know if you look younger than me, I don't know if you know about PWD.
Yes, I know about it.
When the PWD, because my grandfather used to work with PWD as some big manager and supervisor or whatever. And I remember they used to have this stone, and some people go out there and brought this stone and then put it on the road and then roll the stone. Then they put mall and they roll the mall. They put stone again and they roll the stone. Then they put mall, they roll the mall and they wet the mall and everything. All right? And then they roll it again. Then they put on the 14-inch barber green or whatever.
Yes.
Are you going to see to it, sir, that if when you become the member of parliament, sir, that whosoever give the contract to build the roads, are you going to see to it that the roads are fixed properly, sir? Like how the PWD used to do it, because it cannot continue that Jamaicans must spend billions and billions of taxpayers' money to just put on some mall and barber green when the road mash up, somebody get contract again. Can you promise the people of South Trelawny that you will ensure that the roads are fixed properly?
Listeners, the track record of Paul Patmore as a councillor can speak for itself. When I was a councillor, every single road, when it was being fixed, Paul Patmore was walking behind the truck. Every single road. I have roads that we fixed as councillor some 12 years ago. And all of my roads right now still standing. We have one in our little community named Penn. We have up by Highgate Hall. We have one around Battersea. Those are 3 roads that we fixed. We're not even a pothole is on those roads now. Are you talking about 12 years ago? The main road in South Trelawny from Lina Parish to Albert Town, it was fixed just 4 to 5 years ago. And everything, and it's in one of the worst states right now. The amount of barber green that they have on the road, they are about some 1/2 inch or 1 inch barber green they spread on the top. And I said to my people, whenever Paul Patmore become member of parliament, we'll be going to the I think we're going to call in a lawyer to advise us. We're discussing it with our lawyers already. Because somebody will have to tell us who passed that piece of road. That after 5 years, it was after 2 years since the road mash up, because it is in this state for 3 years now. 2 years after the road fix, the road mash up. And I'm one of the persons that is threatening to take them to court. And I said that even with the National Work Agency, because somebody mentioned that I should not blame the Member of Parliament, because she don't have the technical skill.
No.
So is the National Work Agency. So all I'm asking the National Work Agency is because in 2020, it was the election period. So the road was, they granted maybe 5 miles of road. But because it was election time, they stretched it out to 10 miles, use the same amount of money and stretch it to 10 miles. Mm-hmm. That's all the question I ask them.
You know something, Mr. Patmore? I'm glad you mentioned the National Work Agency, because I don't think Stephen Shaw get up out of his office, you know. I think Mr. Stephen Shaw will sit down in his office and delegate and just sit down and whatever. But I think the time has come for the Jamaican people to sue the National Work Agency. Otherwise, the government are going to sue.
Yes.
And sue the contractors that they give to fix these roads.
Yeah, man, Paul, you're gonna. I can't tell you. I can't promise you that you're gonna see a lot of that coming from Paul Patmore.
But Mr. Patmore,
because I'm one of the persons.
Hold on a minute for me.
Yeah.
It cannot be, Mr. Patmore, that we give billions of dollars of taxpayers' money to fix roads across this country, and for far too long, people collecting money under false pretense and say they fix road. The question that we need to ask Mr. Stephen Shaw of the National Work Agency is, how did they pass those roads for those people to get their salary, to get their money? Because there must be somebody going around to measure the inch of the tar.
Yes.
There must be somebody going around to see when they're fixing the road, to see how they're doing the road. Are they putting the fine gravel on the road, roll it, then put some mall, put some more stone, roll it, put some mall, wet the mall or whatever? But like back in the olden days, why are we and they're building the roads too flat, to Mr. Patmore? They must build the roads to launch. I don't want to run off. So if you said that when you get in,
yes,
you're going to change things around for South Trelawny.
Most definitely. And with South Trelawny just gonna be the guinea pig.
Yes.
Because we're gonna with the Jamaica, things have to change in Jamaica, because it's not a South Trelawny thing. When you go right across the island, you see the type of shabby work that have been done right across the island. And I can tell you, that's why I said to my people at South Trelawny, yes, I know the salary that an MP gets. And I'm saying to you, my people, I'm coming to you, asking that you give me the job. I know the salary. I am willing to take that salary to do the job. So please give me the opportunity to serve you as Member of Parliament. And I tell you, I'm running on the PNP ticket.
Yes.
But I'm here to represent the people of South Trelawny. For the past 50 years, we have some 8 elections. The PNP win 2. The JLP win 6. But the people of South Trelawny have lost every single election in South Trelawny. They are yet to win an election. The people of South Trelawny.
I would go further and say the people of Jamaica is yet to win an election since 1962.
Yes.
If somebody in the chat room, somebody in the chat here, I think that they're from South Trelawny. Brown is asking about the garbage collection in Trelawny. What is your plan for that?
For what? The what?
Garbage collection in Trelawny.
Garbage collection. Yes, garbage collection is the local government, you know. Local government. We continue to have poor garbage collection because even the councillors, they don't know their role. We have poor selection of councillors. poor selection of councillors. Others people, because they might be they were just following a party, they just be there behind a party with a PNP or JLP. They don't really understand the role of a councillor. That's why councillors go out and even promise people say they're going to build school when councillors don't have nothing to do with schools. You know? The duty of a councillor is the street lights, the minor roads, minor water supply, and the garbage collections. That's the role of the councillors. That's what they're supposed to look about. But when they are campaigning here, they might tell promise people, say, boy, they might go build a school, give them, they might go build a hospital and those things. So even them don't know their role either.
Hold on, Mr. Patmore. Is it that the councillors, they're fooling the people too, or are they just do not know their role?
I think most of them don't know their role, you know, because some of the time somebody just get them and just one councillor. I'm give you an example. One of the councillors in South Trelawny now was the bodyguard for Marissa Darimple, bodyguard.
What almighty God, Mayor?
Yeah, man, and Jamaica need the PNP like right now.
Indeed, indeed.
Yeah, man. If there was never a time that Jamaica need PNP, now is the time.
Mr. Patmore,
yes.
I know you have to go because you have your program to go and deal with.
Yes.
But I want you to tell me now, election is constitutionally due 2025 next year. As a matter of fact, next year is about a couple hours away from now.
Yes.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Is a Paul Patmore ready? That when the man put on in green clocks and ringing bell, the PNP sound trumpet, them ring for them bell and whatever. Or is a Paul Patmore ready to take on a Marissa Darimple Philibert?
I would say presently, I would say we are around 60% ready. Yes. We are 60% ready. My party leader said, Mr. Patmore, you need to get ready. So, but we are almost there. And I think what the other 40%, I think, is the financing. Financing is the other 40. And as I mentioned, that I still have a little concern about the amount of persons in South Trelawny that is still willing to take a 2,000 to go out and vote. So that means the JLP and his team can come up 2 days before election, and some persons, the man will not have no water, the man will taxi and go on yard because the road bad, the man with a garbage truck have never driven in his community will be willing to take 2,000.
Hold on for more. You said that you're 60% ready.
Yes.
My question to you tonight, if you're facing financial problems, that means a lot more future persons, should I say PNP caretakers. A lot of them are facing financial problems. Is it that, are you afraid that the Readiness administration may buy out this election?
No, we know that they will try, but I think what's happening right now, the Jamaican people is seeing that the money, that 5,000 that they take to come out and vote for 5, and that's for 5 years, was only 1,000 per year. And it's 12 months. So you're talking about less than $100. You're talking about $80 per month. They sell their vote for $80 a month. And a lot of Jamaicans are seeing that right now. Only 25% of persons come out and vote every time when the election call. So all we are trying to do now is encourage at least another 25% to come out and vote. I'm not afraid. We are doing our numbers. I think the PNP, the first time in the history from 1980, because even when we win the election in 89, I think the PNP wasn't showing that the PNP will win. I think the polls was saying that the JLP gonna win South Trelawny. Even at that time, they were saying that Brascoli will be winning. And a man called Lindell Freighter named Stretch won that election. But so this is the first time that the JLP is on its back foot in South Trelawny. Yeah, man, the first time. First time the PNP is ahead in South Trelawny. And the amount of pressure that Paul Patmore is putting on them, they still can't come forward. There's no MP. The MP that is running against Paul Patmore will not take up the challenge to come on a platform, otherwise from a Cliff Hughes, where Cliff Hughes will try to cut it and match it for suit her.
You know, so that
otherwise from a Cliff Hughes and a nationwide, they cannot go on no other platform.
But
they must run for every single platform.
You know and I know that the former Speaker of the House of Representatives, Marissa Dalrymple, is afraid of the Make We Talk program, is afraid of Richard Rattigan and others. Because we're deep in what she's going on with.
Yes.
We cannot have a person who is before the court still in the Parliament of Jamaica.
Yeah.
No, Mr. Patmore. The whole administration is saying, along with their so-called idiots that they have running around on social media, those idiotic bloggers who are being paid by the Labour Party. If unemployment is 3% in the first in Jamaica's history, have you ever stopped, Mr. Patmore, to look on social media when you look in the churches during the week? The amount of people in churches praying and jumping up and down. Are those people employed?
So because a person is on TikTok begging, you know, that person is no longer on the unemployment list.
Oh,
he's on the TikTok begging, and he's off the unemployment list. Jamaica need a lot of fix up, and that's why you need a Mark Golding right now. Somebody who is not for sale, somebody who are coming with their own money already.
Yes.
Yeah, not somebody like a Paul Patmore who might have come and don't have nothing. Mark Golding are one of them person who having things already, you know. So I think we're gonna see something different.
Yes.
Yeah, man. I think we're gonna. Yeah.
No, you have to go. I want you to give me your final words to your people of Jamaica, and in particular the people of South Trelawny. Go ahead.
Yeah, my people, I'm here. My passion is to serve as Member of Parliament. I've never left you and go anywhere. I've been serving as a Justice of the Peace in South Trelawny from 2015. I'm a Justice of the Peace. I make myself available. In 2006, I was awarded the Governor General Achievement Award for community service. So I was awarded for things that I've been doing in South Trelawny. I'm the first person that come into South Trelawny and put up signs. So when you drive through the Larimer's division, you could know which community, the names of the community. I'm the first person who drive around and give out garbage bin in the community. I'm the first councillor that, as a councillor, I decided that everybody must take care of their gates and weed their yard gates. So every man weed their yard gate and we pay them for it. In all of my parish council roads. I'm the only councillor that do it. I'm the only Member of Parliament that maybe will be doing it again. Whenever I become Member of Parliament, everybody gonna take care of their own community. We're gonna give prize to communities that keep their community clean. We call it best gate competition. I care about the community. Water is one of my passion. I have a weakness when it comes to water. Water is one of my things. Give me the opportunity, I will go there and find the water and bring it to the people. One of the things that we lack of in South Trelawny for the past 30 years is representation. Yes, we have an MP who can give our money, but we have not gotten an MP that is willing to represent the people. We need true representation in South Trelawny. somebody who is willing to stand up and talk, not just to be politically correct at all time, any means necessary, but we stand up for what is right.
Yeah.
Not what is politically right, but what is right. And we mentioned about integrity. So people, I beg you for this one chance. Just give me this one chance. Just try me this one time. The next time, in my next term, the work that I do must speak for me.
Mm-hmm.
So just give me this one chance. And may God bless you. And my brother, I thank you very much for having me.